Hello and welcome to Reportage with Danish bin Nabi. In today's segment of Reportage, I am joined by one of rare Indian defense and strategic analysts who talks of peace and not war. He holds his enemy in high esteem, but at the same time keeps a sharp eye on them. He has been crying hoarse for the upliftment of defense capability of his own country, which as of now seems to be falling on deaf ears. He is the former Indian Army officer and editor of Force magazine, Mr. Parveen Sawhney. Mr. Sawhney, warm welcome to Reportage. Mr. Sawhney, please explain to me the importance of Kashmir given the geopolitics between India and Pakistan.
See, Kashmir has always been central to India and Pakistan. After all, we have fought wars over Kashmir. At the time of independence, only 47, the first war of Kashmir started, continued till 49. It went on for over 1 year. And after that, Pakistan has always said that this is the core issue. It has remained the core issue. And of course, recently, with so many developments happening in the region, where, as you are aware, India has changed its map, Pakistan has changed the map, China has objected to India changing the map. So a lot of cartographic things have happened. Map making has happened, and plus we've had Ladakh. So Kashmir is central. Kashmir is central to peace in the region, period.
Sir, so how important it's becoming to resolve Kashmir, be it anything, but we have to have a dialogue with Pakistan, Islamabad. How important it is to resolve this dispute?
See, the first thing is how important. It is extremely important. As the Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan, Army Chief General Bajwa, they made it very clear that peace and prosperity in the region can only come about if the Kashmir issue is resolved. So it is important. Now, the second question is it difficult to resolve? My response is no. It is not difficult to resolve. We have a very strong leader in Prime Minister Modi, who's got a majority in the parliament. And on the other side, there is a combined government. There is a government for the first time combined in the sense that the army chief is there and as well as the civilian leader is there in Imran Khan. So the point I'm trying to make is what is missing is the political will. And obviously the political will from the Indian side is not there. Because after all, repeatedly, the Pakistanis are saying that sit down and let's talk. It's not happening on the Indian side. So I think this is where things are stuck. Lack of political will or willingness on the part of India.
Mr. Sawhney, I will come to it a bit later, but let's first talk to Kashmir. We saw an unilateral decision taken by New Delhi on August 5th. Was it an ill-conceived step by New Delhi?
See, this is for New Delhi to give a verdict, whether it was ill-conceived or not. All I can say is that there were certain implications of doing what was done on the 5th August 29, which were perhaps not taken into account. For example, Kashmir is an international dispute. It is listed there under the UN. Then Kashmir, physically, the Chinese are also holding territory in Kashmir. So you see, these are those complications which have happened. So to treat Kashmir only as an internal matter is, of course, the government decision, what they want to do. But obviously, there were ramifications, there were military aspects, because India should have taken into account the PLA capabilities and military might, should have taken into account the Pakistanis, the military, what they can do. So I think all those big calculation or the big picture perhaps was not seen.
Mr. Sawhney, currently there is this Islamabad security dialogue going on. Yesterday we saw Pakistan Army Chief's speech there. In about 20-minute speech, he spoke only of economy, development and relations between India and Pakistan. He mentioned Kashmir only thrice in his speech. How do you view these developments?
So you see, this has now become the national mantra of Pakistan, and obviously it is inspired from China, which is looking connectivity, prosperity. So this is where I say both China and Pakistan today are on the same page. And this is precisely what the Prime Minister Imran Khan had said. And this is precisely what the army chief has said, that look, this is what we want to talk. This is the upfront. But the caveat is that Kashmir has to be resolved. Kashmir has to be resolved for permanent peace, for permanent stability. This is a point not only made by Pakistan, it is a point which has been made by the Chinese also. So you see, Kashmir then becomes the pivot, it becomes the fulcrum. It is that middle thing which has to be resolved amicably, peacefully, in a win-win situation. This is the only way of doing it.
Mr. Sawhney, give us an insight of the Indian Army. Are they willing to resolve Kashmir? Because you often say that it's the Prime Minister is not, Indian Prime Minister is not going for the talks. He is not, we cannot say willing, but there is a bit of logjam between the political, as far as the political establishment is concerned. Where does actually Indian Army stand as far as Kashmir issue is concerned and the talks with Pakistan is concerned?
Yeah, so you see, as an Indian and as a person who has served the Indian Army, I actually take umbrage, if you don't mind. I see it as an insult that to say even that the Indian Army has to do anything at the political level, at the international level, to influence the Modi government or any government in India. India is a democracy. Please understand first and foremost. Therefore, what the Indian Army thinks or it does not think, it will convey to the political leadership. But insofar as India is concerned, there is only one face, and that face is of the democratic government to decide issues on Kashmir. Period.
Mr. Sawhney, in other words, can we say that road to peace goes through Kashmir?
Well, I have already said that, and everybody has said that. I mean, there is no ambiguity on this, that if you want peace, you have to resolve Kashmir. That everybody has said in various ways, including China, including America, that we need, things to settle down. We want peace in the region. So Kashmir is an issue. Yeah.
Mr. Sawhney, let's come to India now. Today begins the 3-day visit of US Defense Secretary of State. And India being a part of Quad now, how do you see these developments? What new, what fresh can India get from this visit?
So you see, we already know what is likely to happen. News reports have come. There is a US Senator which has already written to the Defense Secretary, US Defense Secretary, General Lloyd Austin, that please bring up certain issues with the government of India, issues concerning S-400, issues concerning farmer strike. So all these human rights, all it's there in the open letter. So that is one thing which will come up. Second thing, obviously, what will come up is that India has already signed 4 foundation military agreements, which means that insofar as interoperability or the ability of the two systems, the military systems, to work together has been established formally. Now it's a question of exercising, it's a question of taking that to the next level. Now for that to happen, obviously the Americans are sort of putting their foot down and they are saying that you cannot be buying equipment from Russia because that compromises our data, that compromises so many things in our systems and concepts. So I suppose all these things are on the table, they'll be discussed.
But Mr. Sawhney, do you think that being the part of Quad would help India against China?
See, I honestly, I don't think much about Quad. Quad I see merely as a political talking shop, despite the fact that the Quad recently had for the first time a virtual summit meeting. But if you put the Quad aside, and you look at the bilateral, engagement, military engagement, which is part of the Indo-Pacific strategy between India and US, yeah, that is what has been growing. It's growing steadily and the whole world can see it is growing. And that is where we are.
Mr. Sawhney, you have been repeatedly telling us in your articles, through your commentaries and through your vlogs, that India is not prepared to counter China's cyber war. Can you please enlighten us a bit?
No, I don't think I've been saying that because cyber war is no issue at all. I mean, it's one aspect. What I'm saying is that perhaps there is a huge gap in the military power between China and India. There is a huge gap in terms of technology. There's a huge gap in terms of how war is to be fought, what is called the concept of operations. So unless India develops asymmetrical capability to take on China, which in my assessment right now it is not there, it will be extremely difficult to even today think about escalation, a military escalation with the PLA.
Mr. Sawhney, my last question before we end this discussion. You have often said, and repeatedly you are repeating this, that by 2023-24 India should be ready for a war with PLA. Please explain.
Well, I have not said exactly that. What I have said is something different. What I have said is, in my estimation, the PLA will be ready for what is called the intelligence-sized war. It is a new type of war which concerns autonomy, which concerns robotics. In my estimation, they'll be ready against a middle power like India, and which does not have a peer capability in that area, to be able to fight war by 2024. Okay. This is my estimation. Now, whether the war will be there or not, we don't know. We don't know what happens between now and 2024. So what India has to keep in mind is that, yes, it will be a new war for which PLA will be ready to fight, and we have difficulty in understanding and matching that. That is what I have said.
And Mr. Sawhney, if Kashmir gets resolved by 2023-24, then these things would not take place.
No, I don't know, but inshallah, if it happens, I'll be the most happy person. If that happens, Kashmir gets resolved. But I think that is too close a deadline that we are putting to that. The key thing right now today is that the talks must happen between India and Pakistan. That is where things are stuck. Talk. That is the only way.
Inshallah, talks will take place. Inshallah, Kashmir issue will get resolved. Mr. Sawhney, thank you for talking to me. Thank you. Please subscribe to our channel Reportage and press the bell icon to remain updated.